So today, a very, very fun funnel that we have found, and it's from someone that we think is doing a lot of really, really cool things. You found?
I found.
You found. Yeah, you found it. So Tabitha found this on her Facebook feed as an ad coming through, and we wanted to break this down because we think this is just an absolutely genius concept, number one, because the product's so good, but number two, because the way that it's being advertised is really good. So
it's somebody I admire like greatly. I am a huge Chalene Johnson fan. Like, I watch her Facebook Live. I've done her PIO challenge stuff. Like, she's
fun.
She's a lot of energy. And I'm like, I just want to be this woman, right? So I love her. So I'm on all of her lists. That's why I got this ad, because I'm almost stalkerish, but almost there. But she's got this push book, which I'll admit I've never actually bought the book, but she did a 30-day free challenge that, like, it emailed you out every day and you had to do something that moved you towards your goal, right? And so I did that, oh my gosh, years ago when my sister-in-law introduced me to her. So anyway, I've done part of it. I've not done all of it, but I got this ad, and it's for the journal that goes along with her push book. And the ad here that you'll see on the screen says, what if you finished work at 1:30 p.m. every day?
Benefit number one.
What if you had 4-day weekends every weekend?
Benefit 2 and 3, I feel like.
Yeah, it feels like it. It says, don't call me crazy until you check out my little known secret to ramp up productivity 500%.
Official benefit number 3.
This will work for anyone. Technically another benefit. Yeah. Learn exactly how to do it with smartlifepushjournal.com. So I've told you that I've targeted because I'm on her list. You've seen the ad. So when you click on the ad, it actually will take you to this beautiful little site here that is well designed.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
The color of the book.
Yes.
You said this was something that appealed to you. Wow. Most planning journals that I've seen, and I'm a guy, so they're supposed to be black and manly, right? You know, it's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But if you're a female, maybe you don't want that. I know some people don't care. That's not what it's about. Mm-hmm. But I think this is so cool because this color pops in the ad.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you noticed in the ad too, like, everything's like synced up. Like, this is yellow over here, that's yellow over here, and her shoes are yellow, and everything just matches. And
definitely a girl thing.
Exactly.
Girl thing.
So with this, you come to this page and you've got this journal. Now, the other thing that I really like about this journal is when you actually carry it in your hand and you're around your friends or things like that, it starts to start a conversation. And I think that's key with anything that you're doing like this. Mm-hmm. Is it starting a conversation, and it's a conversation that is very beneficial not only to the person selling the book, but it's a conversation that's very beneficial to you too, because it gives you an excuse to talk about this and how it's impacted your life, which it's people are always looking for ways to start conversations.
Oh yeah.
And so this is it's very loud color-wise. It starts a conversation, and then there's something probably very unique inside.
And I've noticed something that I didn't notice when I was showing it to you earlier. It says January down here.
Interesting.
Did not notice that at first. So I'm curious if there's like a journal for like every month or whatever. But the other thing that you notice when you land on this page is it's not a order now, it's a pre-order now.
Beautiful, yeah. So this thing's not out yet. Now here's what's so great about running something like this. Let's say that you put this out. Now this is an adjunct to another product, right?
Mm-hmm. So if you order the push book.
Right, so the push book. So if you actually put this out there, and there a lot of work went into this, but not as much work went into it as maybe getting the darn thing actually created.
Yeah.
So with this, we're putting it out there and we're getting pre-orders. So we have an idea. Now, the cool thing about pre-orders is everybody says, well, gosh, what if it doesn't do so well and I still have to send them out? No, you can just refund.
Yeah.
You can just refund your people. Everybody's happy, and it's just that, hey, it didn't work out, and it's fine. People will forgive that, especially if you have an established brand. But with this, like I said, they're taking a pre-order to basically pay for production, which is really, really smart. And, if you're running a small business, your customers 100% will get behind this. Mm-hmm. You can do, hey, we're thinking about running this program. If you're interested, sign up. It's going to be a limited run at first. Get going. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no big deal. Your customers will forgive you. Hey, just didn't work out. But this pays for the initial production, which is nice.
Yes.
Now, this comes out a little bit after when we've got it. Let's actually look down the screen a little bit. So really good use of feature benefit type stuff. Okay, so this is
great at that.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what's always stuck out to me about everything that she's done. So we've got a nice little walkthrough of mostly features in this section, but really easy to understand and make the jump in your own head features. So we've got this stuff, and this is what's great. Proven system. Accomplish 1-year goals in 90 days or less. Now, for the standard person, you may not think this is possible, but absolutely, like most people, we're talking about this earlier, most people can't get 3 things done in a day. And I don't mean like, okay, you're probably sitting there and you're thinking, well, I've got
3 emails sent. That's 3 things.
Yeah. It's actually completing an action that moves you forward so you can get it out of your head. How many things do you have in your head that are completely unrelated, that you've got so much to do? With something like this, yes, I know the second that I started running my day a little differently and was say, okay, you have 3 core things. If you get those done, it was a success. And yeah, I look back on an entire year where I didn't get the same output. Anyway, so this is good. And this is something, proven system, it's circled. I love this. A lot of buy buttons.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of places to buy. It's like, because here's the thing we always talk about. Are you putting obstacles in the way of the person that's actually
there to just buy?
There to just buy.
Yeah.
And an obstacle, unfortunately, sometimes is to scroll. What's so great about this page is the second they put something in front of you that you're saying, yep, I'm in now.
Yeah.
There's a button. So as you go down this page, there's little things that are designed for different types of folks to push you over the edge.
Yep.
And as you continue to read, there's always a place to buy. Now, what I love about this is it's very much branded. It's just beautiful pictures. This is done well. You had something.
No, I'm noticing this one says February now, and
Beautiful.
This is actually my calendar I already have.
Nice.
Like, I like that. It's beautiful.
So
this is for somebody that needs more information. They're not quite there yet. Okay,
So
how
now-
big is it? What color is it? How thick is it?
physical dimensions. Okay, so I'm sold
How
on the
much does
concept.
it weigh?
Yeah, I'm sold on the concept, but this thing is, I'm carrying it with me. What's the actual real estate this is going to take up? So this is appealing to a different type of person, a different type of question that's going to get asked. Before we're talking about, okay, usefulness, now we're talking about practicality. Okay, so let's keep going. And this is where we actually get more of, this is benefit. Okay, up there it was more feature. Now it's benefit, meaning what am I getting? Okay, not what does the journal have, but what am I getting out of the journal? So this is more of your, above it's just features. Easy to decipher features, but features. Now we're getting into the, how does this actually change my life?
Yep.
So this is more of your benefit section. So interesting how they're actually gapping those up.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is great. A lot of people need to bond. They need to get in
I'm that person.
with and know the story behind things and know, okay, so what makes you the expert?
Yeah.
What makes you the person that is, why am I not going to just go buy this over here? The story is what is actually going to push you over. And what's so great is this becomes part of the conversation that you have with someone when you're telling the story about why you were doing it. Well, I follow this person. This is why they put it together.
Yep.
And this is my favorite part of the whole page. Still, the thing that's always going to be back of your mind when you're on this page is, well, why don't I just go over to the local bookstore or Walmart or wherever and I just buy a planner? Well, it's because the average planner lacks 3 key components for reaching goals. And that's the key. It now tells you what you'll be missing out on if you go another direction. So it's a very subtle way. It's not calling anybody out, but it's distancing itself from the competition because it's telling you this is why all these other planners don't work for you.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Love it.
So we keep moving down the line. And once again, another buy button. Yeah, I don't think there's anything, no problem with a buy button. But the other thing is like, okay, that sounds great. I'm in. But, can this work for me? Can it work for other people? What's so interesting is this, and this is the thing that is interesting. We have testimonials here. The one disconnect I have with testimonials is we're in pre-order.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah. What I would venture to say, because I know that this particular person is on their, they're on it, is we probably had some things that was for a testing audience. So went out to best customers, people that she knew was on it and would actually use this and loved her brand, and we went in and we actually looked at this
Nicole
stuff.
Walters. I actually went and saw her speak at one of the Entre Leadership things in Nashville this past year.
So exactly, these are the folks that are
she's a
on
well-known person, yeah.
their stuff. So you get out, and what's so great is to produce an initial run for your folks to try out for a month or two, or maybe even a year. I don't know how long this was actually tried out, but that's super cheap. But to develop an entire product, a sales page, is not super cheap. So before we did this, we probably tested it. She probably had these individuals saying, you know what, I'd love if we could do this. And so these were probably people that helped develop this product too.
Yep.
When it got to the stage of a testimonial, they're probably in love with it because they helped develop that. And that's, even if you have a brick and mortar, what you would consider a small business that's just a maybe you operation, doing this with your customers is huge because your customers love you already. They want to help you develop something so that they can continue to spend more money with you. So I'm looking at this, and yes, the disconnect for me is that it's not out yet. How did these people get it? I'm guessing we had a test run, and
That would be the only thing to add to that is maybe saying that they were on a testing, you know.
I think that would be
that would make a difference.
Exceptional, because that would be a place that my head would go. So achieve success on your terms, plan it, make it a habit, achieve it. And we say those things. Let's go back up real quick.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We say those things, and what happens is we've got the 3-step plans to doing it, achieve success, and we're tying in this 3 steps to what you should do, so action plans. So let's keep going. Okay? And then we get to this, a little more motivation stuff. This is more of your appealing. Up there was more appealing to just your, okay? And then let's see from here what's included. So
I like this section mostly because all the other ones have been just the outside of the journal.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, ooh, I'm like looking in, like there's a schedule, there's a health tracker, there's a daily tracker. I'm like, I know a little bit about what's in there.
by the time you get here, you're like, what's inside?
Yeah.
What makes this so special? You know, I see the things, that the thinking behind it, but now let's actually see what's so special.
Yeah.
So we go through this. And so now you've actually seen inside the darn thing, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And then boom, now you get to, I can buy one to check it out. Okay, cool. And I can buy more than one to get a better deal. And a lot of different buying options. And the number one thing that people really screw up on with something like this is they think, well, I got this product, so now what relates to my product? So a huge mistake that would be made here is someone saying, okay, if they're buying a journal, what else would they want? They might want this this fancy pen, this thing, things that relate, but they don't. When you're having trouble, and I learned this way back when we were marketing our Whiskey Ballers. So the number one thing that was always in my head with Whiskey Ballers when we first started was, okay, what's something that somebody was buying this little ice cube maker, what would be something related? Glasses
glass.
for their whiskeys? No, they just
Coasters.
wanted more. They had 4 ice cubes. Well, what if they have company? They need 8, so they can make 8 at once. So the key is if you have trouble making that jump, just add more of the same product, especially something like this that's a consumable, or that maybe you'd want to give out as gifts.
And then I don't know if you see this here, but the 12-month journals are back ordered, and her first run went so well that now if you order after January 10th, that will not ship until February.
Interesting.
So.
Interesting. So, little social proof on that too with the back ordered. You know, don't ever be afraid to tell people that things are selling really, really well.
Yeah.
So this is a great sales page for a journal. Guarantee, yeah, and always guarantee. And I like that the guarantee's at the bottom because that's the thing. If someone is just like, I don't know, this is for me, and then finally you're like, well, I'm really risking nothing. You know, don't put your guarantee too far up. Your guarantee is really your last line of defense. That's the last thing that you got to put up. That's the last thing that someone's going to get stuck on.
Yeah.
And so down at the bottom of the page, that's great, done perfectly.
And then one more pre-order.
One more pre-order, which is
I'm kind of
which is
curious.
great.
One, I'm not going to count those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, technically.
You've got a video that's coming up too, so that's going to do a lot of this on the personal branding part at the top. So really intelligent funnel. What we're going to do is, hopefully you enjoyed this. What we're going to actually do is we're going to buy through this because we think this is a cool product. And inside of our AdLab Mastermind or members area, we're going to actually take you through the process after you buy. So you can take in that, you can see what happens when you buy this, and somewhere down the road, I'm sure we can, kind of give you a response inside maybe our private Facebook group of sort of, what the process was like when we actually got it in the mail. So we'll do an unboxing for you inside of the members area too. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So we really like this. We thought the Facebook ad was really intelligent because of the way it was targeted. We were going after customers, right?
Yeah.
Or people that are on the list. And then I think the thing that really stuck out to us both is just the beauty of this sales page, both from a marketing and psychology perspective to just design.
And I want to say, I've listened to some of her other stuff. I think she uses ClickFunnels
Nice.
for all her pages.
Nice.
I really think that's what she uses, unless she's changed since that video that I watched. So.
Well, it works really well, and whatever she's using here, it works. And even if this was a custom coded job, it's something that was definitely worth the spend. And I'm willing to bet that the pre-orders justified even possibly a change in the sales page. I wouldn't know that, but do we need to put more effort and more money into this project? So this is great. So hopefully you enjoyed this.
I loved it.
Yeah, I had fun. And like I said, inside of our members area, you're going to get the extended version of this walkthrough. All you have to do is click the buy button below, and that's going to sign you up. It's no obligation. You can cancel anytime. But not only do you get the extended version of this particular sales funnel and all the good things that come with it with the links and everything, but you're also going to get access to the extended version of all of the funnels that we do and the walkthroughs, which are a blast for us, and you guys seem to like them, so that's good. And as I said, not only do you get all that, but you get all these case studies, you get all of these actual business owners walking you through things they're doing, and you get access to our private mastermind where 24/7 conversation with other entrepreneurs just like yourself. So getting to the end of it here. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this one. Sign up below, and we'll see you inside of the Ad Lab members area. See you next time.